Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited today to show you my newest planner that I've created. I had a lot of joy creating this one. It turned out more beautiful than I expected. I'm going to give you a walkthrough of it here in just a minute, but I just wanted to give you a little overview of what I did and why I changed this year how I'm planning. In the past few years, probably the past 6 years, I've used a week at a glance type of planner, and I would have my, my monthly pages, and then I would have some monthly planning pages, and then I would have the week at a glance that had every single day and the hourly there, so I could either put in appointments or whatever I had to do at that time of day. It was really great for time blocking. I mean, there's certainly nothing wrong with it. But one of the things I've learned is, like, I create these really beautiful books, but they turn out to be really beautiful to-do lists, and I don't go back and look at what I did. I don't ever go thumb through them to see, what all the tasks were that I did during those weeks. And so I realized that's kind of a waste of my planning time. I mean, yes, it's important, but I thought there's probably a way I can do this in the monthly layout, and then use the rest of my book for journaling and just as a diary, because I'm at the point in my life where I'm more into reflection than I am task lists. Yes, I have lots of tasks I need to do, but there's other ways that I can work through that. So in this book, I've created a 2-page month layout that has tasks to do on it, and then I go up and chart them in the month. And then it also has a vision board page for the month and one page that's kind of a reflections page to write on for the month. And then there's, other than a little segment for budgeting, one page a month for budgeting, the rest of the book is going to be journaling and diary. And I'm so excited about that. I feel like that's going to really help me do more of that, because I used to have that part in another book and I would do all my planning in this, and I'm like, I really want to put it all in one book. And so that way, when I take this book at the end of the year and I go back and I can then read and reflect, and the months, the way they're laid out, all the real important things that happened, I'm putting them in there in the way where they kind of pop out. So I feel like it's going to be a much better type of reflection of the year, is what I feel like this is going to end up being, more than just endless to-do lists. So I'm going to take you on a walkthrough through my book, and I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments what you think. All right, welcome to my walkthrough of my newest planner. I created it by doing casebook binding, and it's something anybody can do for themselves. It's such a fun, creative process. I took a Pepin Van Gogh paper and I actually did some Mod Podge on it to get it first in shape to be able to put it around my book, and so it's durable. And it also, you probably can't see, but it gives it almost a painted sheen to it, which is really nice. And then this is gold book cloth. I'd ordered it from a company on Etsy. Then I love the interior paper. The interior paper is something that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I love it so much I went and I bought tons of it, because I can see myself doing multiple books like this. And one of the issues I had was this book is bigger than the books that I've created in the past, and because normally I would do a half sheet, and so an 8.5 by 11 would fit. Well, this is a 7 by 9, and so and it works really great to be bigger like this. And I also didn't stitch it like I do my other books, but I mean, you can see the appearance is just like it would be if I had done a stitching. But I did thermal binding on this one, which is basically glued all these individual sheets. I was a little bit worried about if it would hold up really well, and it's held up fabulously. I think I'm really going to like it. It does not lay as flat as say if I had stitched it like if I'd done signatures and stitched it, but it's really good. And it took a quarter of the time or a tenth of the time it took to normally stitch one of my other books. So anyway, I love the pages. I think the pages turned out really pretty. I did get these tabs, monthly tabs from Amazon, and I can link. There's a lot of really good tabs you can get on Amazon. One day I hope to learn to make my own, but until then, I find really good resources on Amazon for these. This is just August through December because I was testing this before I went all the way, did a whole 12 months of it. But I can tell you right now, I'm already loving this, so I will be doing this for the entire year of 2026. I love this quote. We all get this exact same 365 days. The only difference is what we do with them, and that's so true. So what I've done is, here's the year overview. I put in some quotes. I've got, personal events for my calendar throughout the year. And then at the beginning of each month, I have a vision board just for inspiration. I mean, it's just so important. Some people do them for a year, for a quarter. I like doing them every month because they just help me, get into the feel of the season, of the month, really look at things as they're coming up. Then what I did was I took the month and I shrunk it, and then at the bottom I put a habit tracker, and then I divided out the areas of my life that I usually have something to do that is outside of my normal 9-to-5 job. I do on my calendar, in red, I will put any appointments that I have just so they stand out. But it's really working very well to do this versus a week at a glance where I had the every day, an hourly, and it was just a big task list is all it was. Well, this is working really well because honestly, if I can get this number of things done in a day, I've accomplished a lot. And then I look down here at the things I want to accomplish for the month. And then with my habit tracker, this really gives me a great overview and a great dashboard to work out of all month long. And then I'm not going week to week to week where I'm like shifting things over. Everything is able to happen right here on this page. Then I have this page where I've created for each month. They'll have like a reflections page. Then I'll have another inspiration page, a vision board. These are all things, everything except for this is part of my life. This is the vacation I'm getting ready to go on. It's my cat, my grandmother's china, just a beautiful rose in the bathroom. It's my granddaughter and some of our horses. But I can escape. If I'm at work and things are really stressful, you can just turn to these pages and you can just escape, and it's just, the world is lovely for a few minutes, and then you get back to work. But this is really working. So here I am on my second month of doing this, and it's really, I love it. So here's what it would look at the beginning of the month. I would have a reflections page where I just write about what I want to have happen in this month. I also have on the inspiration and vision board, if I want to use it, I added a little extra calendar here for meal planning or project planning, where I could just put the inspirations up here, and then I could use this if I wanted to. But as you see, I could just fill it with pictures if I want. So either way. So I go all the way out to the end of the year, and I can't wait. I'm just so excited about it. Then I have a money section, and that is going to be monthly budgets. So there's a page for each month to budget on, which I think is really helpful. And then is the part I'm really getting excited to get into now that I'm putting this in this book versus a separate book. And that is my journaling. So now this is how many pages that I have a year that I have room to journal on. That's a lot. And before, my planners took up I probably like had this much to write on because when I did a weekly planner, it probably took up this much space. So now I have this, by doing the monthly, I have this much extra room to do journaling. And then I have the dot grid to be able to do planning on, like I'm doing health planning, a vacation planning, and I'll do holiday planning and all that on these pages like this. And I've been doing that for a while in my other journal. So that's the layout. I'm super excited. I'm actually working on adding some additional pockets. I've added this pocket that can be an envelope that can, you know, I can stick stuff in. I added this lining just to kind of make it work well with the rest of the book. I've got a little pocket here that I can stick anything in, and I'm going to put some pockets here and here. And then I'm going to put, I'm thinking about, I may just leave this as is, but I could use one really good sized pocket, so I may do that right here. But what I was saying earlier was, you know, I would do the 8.5 by 11 half sheets, and I would not be able to, so they'd be like this. So look how much more room I have. But the problem was for the cover, these end sheets that really attach this book solidly to the cover, it really, I couldn't find a big enough sheet that I like to do it. And then I realized I don't mind this at all, this being as a half sheet. Normally this came all the way over in my books, and instead it's just you know, about a half a page over. I kind of like the peekaboo effect that it has. So anyway, I'm able to put my bookmarks in it, which I love. One of the things I love about creating my own planners is it's just so fun to match up the papers and just create this beautiful book that holds your life and holds your thoughts and your plans and your dreams and all of that. And I think it turned out beautiful. I really hope you like it. I have put some links to these tabs and a few other things that I use to make my books in the description. I'm thinking about taking this template of this book and making it as a PDF download in case people would like to make their own book. So I'm thinking about doing that. Let me know your thoughts on if you would be interested in, you know, having some access to these pages already made up for when I do my 2026 calendar year. And that's it. I hope you like it. Thanks for joining me.